Hello and welcome to Message in a Moment. Today I'd like to take just a brief, fleeting moment to honor one of the greatest gifts that God ever gave to man, and that's mothers. In America, wherever you're watching this, in America we have a day set aside and we call it Mother's Day. And on that day we honor our mothers. If our mother's alive, we wear a red rose. If our mother's deceased, we wear a white rose, but we still honor our parents, our mother. And I want to just tell you a story about a mother. This mother's name was Mary. And Mary was an interesting young teenage girl when the angel of the Lord came to her and said, God wants to send his son into the world. He wants Emmanuel to come. That's God with us. And he wants to use your body. And she said, how can that be? I've never known a man. And the messenger said, the power of God will come on you and will make you a mother. And so she said, well, I don't understand it, but whatever you say, I'm willing. And at that moment, the power of God came on her, and she became impregnated with the Word, and the Word became flesh. And the Word came forth into the world, and his name was Jesus. Now, Jesus at 12 years old was so in love with the Father that he stayed at Jerusalem when they had gone to a feast. And so the people on their way back to Nazareth, they got halfway there and realized Jesus is not with us. So when they went back to Jerusalem, there sat Jesus talking with all the teachers and making them be in amazement because of his knowledge at 12 years old. And Mary said, Jesus, why did you do this? And he said, don't you know I need to be about my Father's business? And she said to him, you come with me back to Nazareth. Interestingly enough, Jesus thought he was ready for public ministry. His mother didn't. So he submitted to her and went to Nazareth, and for the next 18 years, he sat at his mother's feet. And then when he was 30 years old, he was at a wedding with his mother, and they ran out of wine. And so they came to Jesus and said, they're out of wine. He says, what does that to do with me? And Mary, his mother, said to all his disciples and to the servants, whatever he says to you, do it. So notice that the power of this mother took Jesus out of the ministry at 12, but she spoke a word and put him into the ministry at age 30. Oh, mothers, you're so powerful in our lives. Mothers, you have brought us wisdom. You've nourished us. You've cared for us. And today I honor you, mothers. Happy Mother's Day. Until we meet again, God bless you is my prayer.